Hey guys, how you doing? This is Henry Jose, Network Marketing Success Systems, and on this video blog, I want to talk about high tech, high touch, the ultimate way of building your business fast and for the long haul. Guys, 21 years in the industry, one of the things that I've found, and especially in the last 3 or 4 years, I've done a lot of research with all the different companies and different ways to build a business. I studied leaders and I studied companies, and my one question, as a matter of fact, one of the reasons I left the industry for a couple of years is that after 17 years in one company and doing fairly well for 13 of it, 13 and a half, and all the things that I learned and some of the best teachings I've ever heard, and the environment and being around and associating and reading all the books and listening to all the tapes and CDs, okay, I wonder, okay, why is it that I'm the only one making decent money in my group? After thousands and thousands of people going through my group, how come after 17 years I'm still the only one that's really generating any kind of income over $1,000 a month or more? I'm not talking about a gob of money. And I thought maybe, okay, it must be the company. And so, I started looking at the different businesses, and what I found is a lot of people actually, a lot of companies don't even have the kind of training that they had, and you see people jumping around from company to company, okay? And so I wanted to find, okay, what's the issue there? And then I started looking at how can you use the internet to build your business? And you know what? In the last few years, 5, 6 years, there's a handful of people that started finding a niche, and some of the young guys that get the technology, and boom, you've got guys started generating 7-digit income their first year utilizing the internet. So of course they started creating all this noise online, say, hey, never talk to anybody, never prospect your friends and relatives again, and you don't even need to talk to your people before they sign up. Just sign them up on automatically, and this and that, and it's very compelling. And you know what? What I found is this: you can build a business both ways. Now, both of them have their positives and negatives. The positive offline marketing is you're able to build that relationship, and you're working with the people hands-on and being able to help them build their business and things of that nature, and you're able to teach them something simple. Now, I'm going to correct that sometimes, but to you it might be simple. To the leaders that have no problem picking up the phone, the leader that has no problem presenting it in front of a crowd or on a one-on-one basis, the guy that has no problem answering objection and turning the words around so that they can get convinced to be able to sign up. Guys, that might be simple to you, but it might not be simple to the 99% of your organization. So think about that. It could be the problem why your group stalls out at a certain level, because it peaks out based on your ability to work your business, and with your limited ability to be able to do that, number one, you end up with no life, a lot of money but no life, because all you're doing is you're on the phone, you're on the road, you're in hotels, you're in board meetings, and all you do is talking to people, and you probably don't even have time for your family, okay? And you find yourself stalling out. That's usually the issue, is because 99% of the people don't have a way to be able to do it and create the same performance as you. But then on the internet, you can't compete with the ability of people online to be able to access a lot more people faster than any offline marketer. Okay, they can build their business nationwide and globally way faster than an offline marketer could, right? And so, so a lot of these guys can also sponsor a lot of people faster. Now, one of the things that I found is that a lot of people offline can build their business, but then it stalls out and they're limited to the performance, okay? And they're limited to the income. Now, the people that build it online can build it really fast, but they can't seem to hold their team together. Why is that? Because the way that they accomplish it may not be the way to be able to, for the rest of their people to do the same. But you know what I found? It's no different from an offline marketer. How a top 1%er that did it offline may not be the same way that the people underneath them can do it, so they can't duplicate it either. Some people, a lot of offline marketers, well, what I do is easily duplicatable. Well, that's easy for you to say, but those guys on the internet says, well, what I do is also duplicatable. Okay, so everybody has a different niche, and what I found is this: the challenge is that most leaders, okay, don't know how to integrate the offline strategy and online strategy together. And that's why I created Network Marketing Success Systems, because I want to create a bridge between the two, so an offline marketer can allow their people to have ways to be able to build it online if that's what will help them build their business. Mark Arnell said this was so compelling to me. He said a couple of things that hit me. Mark Arnell has made over $30 million in network marketing in about 20 years. Okay, so he's done really well. And he said one thing. First of all, he goes, Let me show you how to make $100,000 a month in 12 months, and all you really need to do is expose your business 20 times a day, 5 days a week, 52 weeks out of the year, and you'll make $100,000 a month if you're in a halfway decent company. Okay? And you know what? I agree with that. It's just a matter of showing as many presentations. It's not just a matter of showing it, but how you follow up and get it in front and get them locked in. So there's that, being able to show it, but then there's still that relationship building. Okay. Now, the other thing that he said is that duplication is a farce. Okay. People mistake the duplication and take it so much to the wrong level that you can't be duplicated. Duplication is not possible for everybody to do. The people, well, let's put it this way. It's not duplicating how you do it to do it exactly the way to do it to help your business grow. It's you have to teach your people to duplicate the results you create. The way you do it may be different from theirs, and you just have to give your team an ability and an access to a way that will help them duplicate your results however they do it. You may do it by being able to pick up the phone and be on the phone all day long, calling people, getting in front of presentation, following up with them and all that, and that might be your strength. But Joe here may not do that. How many people do you think can really pick that up? But what if you gave Joe an opportunity to say, either you can utilize this or invest into leads, or utilize the services, or learn how to copyright and do articles, and how to do blogs, and how to do internet, or here's some technology that you can use. And then now, because he may not like talking to people, but he likes technology, and he's even good with his words, and he can express himself on the computer or on paper better than he could verbally. Well, maybe that's what's going to help him succeed. And that's the story there, okay? And so that's what I've seen happen with some of the people on the internet. For 17 years, I thought, man, I must be a bad leader. I'm the only one making money, and I'm not even that great with talking to people. I'm not a prospecting machine. I was like, as a matter of fact, I was like recruiting and sponsoring maybe a dozen people in a year, if that. Some of the years I sponsored like 3, 4, 5 people, but my business kept making money, and I had a certain leadership ability, but it was stalled out. And the reason, and finally figured out, and it dawned on me, and if you're a leader, if you find that your business stalls out, okay, at a certain point, and maybe sometimes you find yourself, well, maybe I need a better company, and then do it again, and next thing you know, you stall out again, and then you go jump in another company, and you stall out again. Let me ask you this. What do you teach your people on how to build their business and all that? Most likely the way you do it, right? Well, if they can't do it the way you did, what's the next step? That's where Network Marketing Success System comes in, is that we wanted to be able to provide how people can create a bridge between offline marketing and all the options they have in between, all the way up to being able to do it online only. Okay? Because there's some people like some of the guys that I've gotten to know in the last couple of years, like David Wood, who's got Empower Network System that's available in our system. This guy was homeless. He's tried network marketing in multiple companies for about 10 years. And never made any money. As a matter of fact, he was living in a van less than 2 years ago, and then somebody finally showed him, hey, you can actually build your business online and get leads and prospects online by doing a certain thing like blogging and writing articles. Well, he found out that he's actually pretty good at that. He's pretty good at figuring out how to use the internet to drive traffic. And next thing you know, and within 2 to 3 months from learning it, he got so excited about it that he became the top recruiter in his company at that point within 3 months. So what's the difference there? Well, everybody else have taught him the same thing that every leader in majority of the network marketing company, and never gave him room or ability to pick through and help him find the niche that will help him get better. When an organization finally said, hey, we'll show you how to use the internet to be able to do that, he spent a little time doing it, and it took him a while, okay? But then, boom, he started creating success, and now in less than 2 years, he's created millions of dollars of income already through the net, okay? So obviously, using high tech and high touch is the key to being able to build, because one of the things that he was able to do is he used the high tech to drive traffic to him, but he used the high touch of personal relationship, whether it's over a phone or over a computer face-to-face on Skype, or he's doing webinars and training people that way. He actively got involved with them, but using technology to do it. So guess what? He's been able to build his business from the beaches of Costa Rica in the last couple of years, creating millions of dollars in a global business, okay, using technology, but then using people skills that he developed in an offline strategy. So high tech and high touch is definitely a great way to do it. Now, obviously, that's the extreme of the other side compared to the extreme of the other side. So what can the people do in between if they're not as good online and they're not as good offline? Well, what I found is there's also technology that was created that can help people create a certain level of performance. And there's also services, offline services that are available for people to be able to perform. For an example, if you get a downline, okay, and I'm going to take you a few other steps here, all the way up to become technology. I'm going to describe the middle, okay? Offline being the guy that's good at picking up the phone, getting a prospect no matter what. And the online, the guy that can drive traffic to his websites and be able to show 10, 20, 50 presentations a day with his system online that he figured out to learn. So what do the people have to do in the middle? The ones that aren't maybe necessarily great at prospecting offline and building their business offline, or the ones that are maybe not super technology advanced to be able to do the traffic thing and right away. Well, there's some tools. So here's what I tell people. You have to, if you don't have the ability, guess what? Then you need to invest in things that will either teach you that ability or create that or provide you with a technology that will create that capability. What do I mean by that? Here's an example. I'm going to take you in an offline strategy, okay, of using services. If you don't have prospects, or if you have a downline that comes in and say, well, I don't really want to talk to my friends, I don't have a list of names and all that stuff, well, great. Then what we need to do is, now let me ask you this. Can you go ahead and get names if I tell you how to do it? If you do this, this, and this, and this. And you have to be open to the answer. You need to ask them. On a gauge of level 1 to 10, 10 being best at it, at 1 really sucks at it. If I was to show you how to go get names and go to meetup groups and networking groups and all that, how well do you think you'll do in really coming out of there with a name list? How hard or easy for you to go say, hey, how you doing? Hey, so what do you do? And just start asking questions. And he goes, really? He goes, hey, I'd love to sit down with you for a cup of coffee. Do you have a business card? Now, where's your comfort level? Because, there's people that are at 1 at that because they'd rather not be in a room full of people. But they want to build a business, okay? And there's some that just, hey, doesn't matter where you are, they'll show you a presentation, follow up, sign you up right there within 5 minutes from meeting you, okay? So where are you at? Now, if they say, well, I'm kind of more like a 4, okay? All right, so really, if I was to set you out there, you're probably not going to be able to come up with 25 to 50 names pretty quickly then, right? Okay, so do you want to build the business fast? Do you want the income? Well, here's the option. You either have to get good at it fast or invest money so you have access to those type of people that are already looking. Let me ask you this. How well would you do then if I told you, okay, in the rank of 1 to 10, if I gave you people that are already, that they're looking for an opportunity, they're waiting for somebody's phone call to tell them about their opportunity, and they're willing to look at it, now how likely are you going to go ahead and call them? Oh, and maybe you even have a way to be able to email them first before you call them. How likely will you then be able to talk to them? Oh, that'll be like a 7 or 8 to me. Great. Now, wouldn't that be better? So okay, for an additional $50 or $100, you might be able to have access to 25 to 50 people immediately that we know that are looking for something to do and make money from home. Would that be good? So you either have to be good at it personally, or you invest into it. Okay? Maybe as well, but yeah, I don't have a lot of time to call these guys. I mean, I just want to know that they're already seen my presentation, and I know that they're already interested in they've already seen my presentation. They're already interested in talking to me about it. Well, great. Let's add another $50 or $100 and hire a telemarketing service to go ahead and call these leads, okay, and direct them to your website, and you get an email saying, okay, this person already looked at your presentation. They went in already, and now at least they've already looked at it. And when you call and say, hey, this is Henry, just giving you a call. I see that you went into my website and watched the presentation. I'm just here to call you, give you a customer service call, and see, I wanted to see where you're at. 1, you're ready to get started and fired up about the business. 2, you're kind of interested, but you might have some questions, and I'm here to answer those questions for you. 3, not quite the business that you're looking for, and just you're for sure you're not interested at all. I just want to see where you fit in that. How likely are you to call those people now? And you already know 10? Great. So either you do it yourself or you go and invest a couple $100s to get to that point right away. So what would you rather have? You save money but then struggle and never make money, or you invest money and you start generating money and then you teach those people how to do exactly the same thing and create results the first week? How's that? See, that's using service. And then there's technology out there. Do you know that there's a way, who are some of the best prospects out there? Other network marketers, right? Well, do you know that you can either go to Google and Google up a certain company and certain websites of people that have that company in their website, whether because they're a distributor of it or they have an article about it and things like that. Those contact information will pop up, and now you can go to each website and get a list of names that way. That to me is just the same labor as a guy that's struggling trying to go meet people out there. If he can sit in the computer and get 100 people's name or 50 people's name that way, would that be also valuable? Yeah. Now the question is, okay, are you willing to, now you can do email. So you can do labor work using technology to come up with the list of names. Okay. What about this? What about using technology that does, let's say you don't have a lot of time, but you want those prospects and you want to be able to show them. Well, what if I told you that there's a technology out there with a press of a button, you can literally in 1 to 2 minutes come up with thousands of names, thousands of email addresses and phone numbers and website links that shows who they are and where they're at, what link you got it from, of people that are already in the industry. With a push of a button, you got thousands of them available to you. Just like that, created as an Excel file, all ready for you. Okay. What if I told you that there's technology out there that with a push of a button you can load that 1,000 people, put it into an emailer list, do what we call a reverse marketing, not spamming, reverse marketing strategy, and with a push of a button you can be sending out an email to all of those, and your email system sending out thousands of email in a day and doing it for you and inviting them to watch a presentation or a video for you. Would that work? Would that help your business? You bet. Now, would you now then call those people that get a chance to see your presentations and stuff? What if I told you that there's technology out there that with a push of a button, okay, you can take this 1,000 or 5,000 phone numbers, load it up into a voice broadcaster, okay, and for 1.8 cents a minute, you can actually, you can access 1,000 people and send them a 30-second message. If all 1,000 people listen to the whole 30-second message, it might only cost you $10. What if I told you that there's a technology out there with a push of a button that you can access those people like that and be able to expose your business to thousands of people, and maybe only out of those 1,000 you might only have 10 people that actually picks up the phone and listens to the Zissel call or actually go to the website. Would that still be worth it? You bet. Well, there's technology out there, and it's not, you don't have to be a techie and a brain and on the internet, superstar on the internet. There's technology and services that are available out there. You just have to invest it. So as a leader, sometimes I ask people, what would you rather have your people do? The prospect that come in, buy the top package at like $700 or $500 so that you generate all this volume, knowing that they're probably not going to be able to sponsor a lot of people themselves doing it that way, or get them in at the $150 or $300, whatever the medium level or the low level, but then have them invest a couple $100s to start expanding their business faster. What would you rather have? The big immediate sale of somebody coming in with a bigger chunk, which you might make an extra $50 or $100, or the guy that comes in that you may make $20 only, but then you teach them how to invest in the right tools and the right services, and right away the first week they're sponsoring 2, 4, 5 people, and guess what? All those people are being taught exactly the same way, giving them different options that they can do so they all start creating results. What would you rather have in your business? Guys, and then you teach them the offline strategy of connecting, using technology to get to the people, but then the offline strategy of making sure that you follow up, how you answer the question, how you connect them, and how you edify the organization and the group, and boom, where will your business be now? So now you have to use technology. A lot of companies think providing technology to their team is about giving them a website, a replicated website. As a matter of fact, company replicated website, company promoted website doesn't work as well as generic website. Well, how'd you like to have where your people will have access to different types of capture pages? Capture pages meaning that's what you send to an individual, And that's what they look at first. They don't give them a lot, but then it intrigues them enough to where they put their information in to watch your presentation. When they put their information in, you know at least that they are serious enough to want to look at your presentation because they're looking. Now, a cold lead just turns into a warm lead. What if your website, instead of saying, oh, here's my Amway business website, you know, come look at Amway or come look at my Isagenix or whatever company you have, you know what people will do before they put their information in on your website? Is they're going to go Google your company and Google everything that's wrong or right about your company. And guess what? A lot of times they're probably not even going to go in. What if your website presented, okay, you have a website pre-made for you where it's targeting moms? Okay, how'd you like, you know, how do you like to be able to stay at home, to become a stay-at-home mom, work from home while you're taking care of your babies, and start generating a few extra $1,000 with a simple system, automated, to be able to do it on your computer? Well, is that target marketing? Yeah, you're targeting a specific niche. Niche marketing is the way to do it. What if you don't have to build those websites? What if that's provided for you? Well, that's kind of what we do here is that Network Marketing Success Systems be able to provide an offline, online strategy and create a bridge between the two so that you can perform. I look at it this way. The 20%ers in the industry are the ones that really want to make things happen. They make a little bit of money in the industry and they're committed to the industry, but they never get it to a point where they can actually get rid of their jobs comfortably. And they don't have worries about it anymore. And that's what we wanted to be able to is take the 20%ers to be able to perform like the top 1%ers of either internet marketers or offline marketers, and to where they can start generating an income to where they can justify not having to have a job. They're making a lot more money than they used to be to making a job, and now they're also having a little bit of time freedom, because time freedom is when you're able to provide tools and you've got a business growing with or without you. Well, when you're using technology or a wide variety of ability for people to learn how to build their business, now you give your people a better chance of succeeding in their business. And when you do that, and it's not dependent on how good you are, but it's dependent on the systems that you use, guess what? Now you'll grow in your business without you killing yourself for it. Guys, I hope this makes sense. Offline marketing and online marketing, high tech and high touch, combine the two, you can grow your business fast and for the long haul. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.